Unit 4, Lesson 2, Simplifying Rational Expressions, Part 2. In this lesson, we'll extend the method of simplifying rational expressions to more complex examples, so just a little bit more difficult in terms of more harder factoring. Got to use decomp maybe, stuff like that. Okay. So recall that also reducing rational expressions involves canceling factors and not terms. Okay. What that means is you can also pull GCFs out and possibly cancel. Okay. So they all have a 4 in common. You can cancel it. Okay. So, with that being said, let's look at these first 3 examples here. So, for those of you who are not here, okay, the idea that we're doing is these are rational expressions, okay? We know a rational number is a number put in fraction form. So, a rational expression is expressions put in fraction form, not factored, okay? And the idea is that first, we want to look for non-permissibles, which are numbers that would create the bottom to be 0. Second is we want to factor them or break them down as best we can so we can cancel off stuff and fully simplify that rational expression. That's the only 2 things we're doing right now. Okay? So staying the restrictions is what they're talking about. This is non-permissibles. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at this one here. So I'm looking at A. The first thing I want to look at is with the binomial. I can't do anything with it in terms of factoring right now because it's an odd, okay, but they both have a t in common, so I can pull a t out. Now I have 4t squared minus 9. Now that's factorable because it's a difference of squares. Okay, the bottom, same thing. I can pull a t out. 2t minus 3 now. Now is the bottom fully factored? Yeah, so once you're fully factoring the bottom, that's a great point to do what? Yeah, find your non-permissibles. What are my non-permissibles? So non-permissible is t can't be 3 over 2 from this guy. And what's the other one? 0, right? When you have a variable outside by itself, it's just 0. Okay, it's just 0. Okay, so now we're going to work on, we're going to factor the top. The top is a difference of squares. So we get t times 2t minus 3, 2t plus 3, all over t, 2t minus 3. Okay, and then we see that the t's cancel, the 2t minus 3 cancel. So your final simplified answer is just 2t plus 3. Okay, with your non-permissibles as we stated earlier. Okay, any questions there? Pretty much just have examples today, not really a lesson, okay? We only got 4 sets of examples. Okay, let's keep on going here. So then on B, let's see, I think we're to Wes. We're going around. On B, Wes, what do we need to do to factor those? What's the method called? What method of factoring? Nope, not quite. Starts with a D. Decomp. We have to use decomp because I can't pull anything out and I have a number in front, right? So remember, don't forget your decomp is where you multiply 2 times negative 3, you get the negative 6. Because I need a factor right now because I can't see my non-permissibles. I can't see if I can cancel anything right now. And remember, what I tell you about this, what was the big no-no from yesterday? Can we do this? Because they're the same. No, because it's not a product. You can only cancel stuff in product form. Okay, so no, don't ever do that. Okay, so that's what we're saying here. So negative 6, what are factors of negative 6 to add up to 5? 6 and negative 1, huh? I think you guys are all kind of saying that. 6 and negative 1. So then we're going to break up the top. 2x squared minus x plus 6x minus 3. Okay, we can go ahead and just finish this one. GCF, take an x out, take a 3 out. We have the top done. So the top is, I'm going to come down here and write it, is x plus 3, 2x minus 1. Remember, order doesn't matter because multiplication. Okay, order doesn't matter because multiplication. Same process for the bottom one. Kind of do it up over here to the left a little bit. So 2 times negative 1 is a negative 2. factor of negative 2 to get you 1 is 2 and negative 1. Okay, so I'm going to do that right here. So that gives me 2x squared plus 2x minus x minus 1. Now we group. These have a 2x in common. These have a negative 1 in common. Okay, that gives me x plus 1, x plus 1. So we have x plus 1, 2x minus 1 now. Okay, now this is when we're happy. This is where everything looks a little bit easier. It looks like everything's sorted out. Okay, so back to the top here. So Carson, what are my non-permissibles for this one right here? Good. So x can't be negative 1. Good. And x can't be 1 over 2. Because that would give me 0 on the bottom. Okay, Jordan, what can I cancel? Good. So this cancels. So our simplified answer is x plus 3 over x plus 1. Again, it's very important. You do not get your non-permissibles from your fully simplified answer. You get it from before you simplify. Because if you plug those numbers in, it still will give you a problem. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it. Well, actually, I'll do this one because the A4 might confuse you. Okay, so the top should be easy for us. That's inspection. Okay, there's no numbers in front. It's just regular inspection. So what are factors of 8 that are 2 apart? 4 and negative 2. So we have a plus 4, a minus 2. Now, the bottom one, does it hold our factoring pattern? When we talk about factoring patterns, is 2 half of 4? It is. So we can use regular inspection here. Just instead of having an a, we're going to have a what? An a squared. Very good. Okay, that's why when you see those, don't freak out. It's actually just as easy as you've been doing. Okay, so now what are factors of 64 that add up to 20? Factors of 64 that add up to 20. Good. It's going to be a minus 16, a squared, excuse me, and a squared minus 4. Now, let's say you weren't sure that was right. What is something, just because it's the book, that makes you feel like you did it right? Looking at those numbers I just got. I have an a squared minus 4 and an a squared minus 16. They're both perfect squares. Okay? So these are both what? Difference of squares. I can factor these again, which will help us because we're trying to get them to look like what? These. Okay? So here's what we're going to have. Stay with me. I'm going to have a plus 4, a minus 2, all over. This guy is a plus 4, a minus 4. This one, a minus 2, a plus 2. Okay? So then, Nick, what are all of my non-permissibles? I got quite a few. Okay? So there's your non-permissibles. Negative 4, positive 4, negative 2, positive 2. Okay, and Connor, what can I cancel? Good. Now when I cancel everything off the top, what's up there now? A 1. Good. There you go. Any questions so far? Even for those who are not here, is everything okay so far? Okay. All right, so let's look at the next one here. I want you to kind of star this next one because this next one is kind of, it doesn't take very long, but you need to recognize this because sometimes you'll get stuck on a problem and it's because of this, okay? Because you're trying to cancel something and you can't cancel it. So like what I'm saying is we can't factor c minus 4, can we? No. Can we factor 4 minus c? No. So really I'm kind of stuck. I can't really do anything right now except we can do something, and this is what we can do. First off, let's see. Yeah, okay, we're not doing, oh no, we are doing words. So what's my non-permissible? We can still do that. C can't be what? Positive 4. So it is a minus here. So if you put a 4 in, it's 4 minus 4. Okay, so it can't be 4. Now here's the thing. We can't simplify this because these are opposite expressions. I have a positive c, I have a negative c. I have a negative 4 and a positive 4. So what I can do is, either to the top or the bottom, I can pull a negative out, which will just flip the signs, correct? Which will make them the same. So I'm going to do it from the bottom, I believe. Yeah. So I'm going to take out, I'm going to have c minus 4. I'm going to take out a negative 1, which makes that a negative 4 plus c, which I can rewrite that as. So my point is when they're completely opposite, you can pull out a negative and make them match. They got to match now. Now I can cancel. So what's my answer? 1 over negative 1, which is just negative 1. Okay? So that's the idea, okay? And I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to guarantee it, pretty sure there's something like that on your test or one of your quizzes for this unit that everybody keeps missing because they just didn't quite know what to do. Okay, so when you have that really, really close but not quite there, see if you can pull a negative out. That's kind of the strategy that we're focusing on there. Okay, this one, what do we want to do first here? Natalie, what do you think? 2p squared on the top, good. So that gives me p minus 2. Okay, and what do you think we can do now? What can we pull on the bottom? What can we pull on the bottom? What do you think? What's that? 8. Good. So pull an 8 out. That gives me 2 minus 2. Nope, 2 minus p, not 2p. 2 minus p. So then based on what we just talked about, what can I do, Jake? Yeah, just pull a negative off the bottom to get these to match because these are completely opposites. Okay, p minus 2 and 2 minus p. So I'm going to make that a negative 8, which will give me p minus 2, p minus 2. Okay, I just flipped it. I kind of skipped that second step there. So what are my non-permissibles now, Wes? Just positive 2, because there's only one p. Okay, so p can't be 2. That's your non-permissibles. And then we see we can cancel the p minus 2s. And 2 over negative 8 reduces to what? What's 2 over negative 8 reduced to? Negative 1 over 4. So that means I'm going to have negative p squared over 4. You can have the negative down here. It doesn't matter where. But this is your simplified expression. And p cannot be 2. Okay. Okay, I'm going to pause it. I want you to try C, see how you do on your own, and we'll come back together in about 3 minutes. Okay, so where were we? I don't remember. So Jordan, factor the top. What's the top factored?
I didn't actually know.
So that's the difference of squares. Does that help?
Yeah, I guess. Would it be 2x?
1 plus 2x. Yep. Okay, and Connor, do you get the bottom factored? 2x plus 1 and 3x what? Minus 4. Okay. Okay, so we got it factored down. Nick, what's my non-permissibles? Non-permissibles, 4 over 3 from that guy, so it can't be. And you said negative 1/2. Okay, good. And then what can we cancel, Natalie? Right, these are the same things. Okay, addition is interchangeable. So 1 plus 2x and 2x plus 1 is the same, so we still can cancel that. So our simplified answer would be 1 minus 2x or 3x minus 4. Okay. Everybody good with that? All right, last page here. Just got a couple more. Got one of those story problems coming. All right, so example 3 says the area in square meters of a rectangular field can be represented by the expression 12a squared plus 25a minus 7. and the length in meters of the field can be represented by 3a plus 7. Okay, writing something by a rational expression expresses the width of the field. So what they're saying is, if you're not following, they're saying area equals length times width. They're giving us area, and they're giving us length, but we don't know width. So rational expressions is a fraction, right? So then what we want to do, we'd want to divide this over and make a rational expression, because then W be by itself. So we'd have W equals this, okay, minus 7 all over the length. That will give us the width. So now you just have what we've been doing, okay? So we want to factor the top. So we're going to, the bottom's already factored. We have to do anything with the bottom. We can't state our non-permissibles. Does it ask us for that? It does not, so we don't need to put that this time. 12 times negative 7 is negative 84. We're looking for factors of negative 84 that add up to 25. Okay, they're going to be one positive, one negative, right? Say that again. 28, negative 3, good. So 28, negative 3. So then we come over here, we have 12a squared. I will put the 3 with the 12. And I'll put the 28 with the 7. Whoops, it's a minus 7, excuse me. Okay, and we're grouping. I got a 3a here. And a 7 here. Okay, and so you'll see, again, we have the 3a plus 7's cancel, so 4a minus 1 over 3a plus 7 all over 3a plus 7, which helps us because now we know what the width is. So the width is 4a minus 1. Okay, it says if the perimeter of the field is 54 meters, determine the value of A. So what strategy can we use for that? What strategy we can use for that? Well, we know the width and the length. Okay, so let's just think about what's perimeter in terms of width and lengths. The perimeter is what? 2 widths, 2 lengths, right? So our perimeter is 2W plus 2L. Well, good news is we know all P and W and L is, so we can plug that in. Perimeter is 54, so 54 equals 2 times the width, which we just got, 4a minus 1, plus 2 times the length, which we were given, 3a plus 7. Okay, that's a 7, sorry. Now you're just solving for a, just doing algebra. Okay, we're going to distribute the 2's, get your like terms together. So here we go. 54 equals 8a minus 2 plus 6a plus 14. 8a and 6a is 14a, and negative 2 and 14 is 12. 54 equals 14a plus 12. As you see, it's just getting easier and easier. Minus a 12. Bless you. 42 equals 14a. Divide 14. Divide 14. A is 3. Good. Okay, we're going to move it up here in a second, but we got A is 3. Very nice. Okay, so moving it up. The field has to be treated with fertilizer at a cost of $2.40 per square meter. Calculate the cost of the treatment. Okay, so first thing we have to figure out, and you're using the information you're given, let's figure out what the actual sides are so we can figure out what the actual area is. So we know that A is 4, right? If A is 4, oh yeah, 3, sorry. 3. So if A is 3, what are my lengths and widths in terms of numbers? So just plug those in. What's 3 times 3? 9 plus 7? 16. So my length is 16. My width is what? 11? Okay, good. Sorry, I lost it. Yeah, 12 minus 1, so 11. So what's 16 times 11? 160, 176? So area is 176 square meters. So now we just do what? Yeah, let's multiply that by 240. Our price would be $422.40 to fertilize that certain field we were given. Okay. All right, last little piece here. All right, so we're going to say the non-permissibles, which I know it's weird, but we're going to do non-permissibles in terms of x. So what can x not be? Okay. So just think about it in terms of x. X can't be what? Right, x can't be y, or else it makes the bottom 0, so they can't equal each other. Okay, second thing is, can I do any other cancellations here? What do you think? Well, okay, you divide by negative if everything is opposite. The y's are opposite, but the x's aren't. So we can't do anything. So this one is no further simplification. Okay, no further simplification. Because again, to take a negative out, I'm glad you guys thought of that. That means you're learning. But remember, it has to be completely the opposite. Okay? All right, so this one we want to factor. So we have x plus 5y stays. The bottom's difference of squares. X plus 5y, x minus 5y. Okay. So again, what can x not be? Yeah, it can't be negative or positive 5y. It just can't be what's right next to it. Plus or minus 5y. Okay, we do get a cancellation this time. So our simplified answer is that guy right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and write this as x plus y and x plus y, just to kind of unfactor it. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and pull a 3 out. And then x4 minus y4 is a what? x4 minus y4. I'll write it here first, then if we don't see it. What can we do with that? Right, it's a difference of squares. They're even, right? So yeah, you'd go x squared. So I'll just kind of do this work here. It'd be x squared minus y squared. X squared plus y squared. Okay, are we done? No, we got an even again. Okay, we have this x squared minus y squared. So we go 3 times x plus y, x minus y, and then x squared plus y squared. Remember, that's not a difference of squares right here because that has a plus sign. Difference of squares has to have a difference. Okay, so then we have this 6 x plus y, x plus y, all over 3 x plus y, x minus y. Okay, so what is our non-permissibles? Don't worry about this one because it's squared. Anything squared is never going to be negative. So this one never going to be 0. Okay, and then what did you say? Plus or minus y again. Because positive y, negative y. Right there. Okay. I know it's weird. We don't know what y is. That's kind of the catch-22. And the last part, this cancels, and 6 divided by 3 is 2. 2 times x plus y all over x minus y, x squared plus y squared. Sorry, can't really see that there, but that's it. Okay. All right. Everybody got it? Okay, so